Hello and welcome to another episode of Intentionality, where we talk about purpose-driven life and whatever ways we achieve our purpose in our life. And it's really fulfilling when we use our skills and whatever we got from our surroundings, community, society, and give it back to the community, build communities. And it's very fulfilling. And Yogi is one such community creator. What I love about him is as part of his running journey, he learned a great deal from the community, and then he created a community to transfer his knowledge and build the community. He is a race director at Vishaka Trail Running Association, which he created with a vision to bring running and democratize running in Vishakhapatnam. They do conduct 3 events. One is called time trial, where people can come in and then just get started with running, like park runs. And then from there, they can elevate themselves to half marathon, a road running event, which they conduct. It's called Vizag Half Marathon or Vizag Zoo Half Marathon. And then people can elevate themselves to trail running, and it's called Ultribe Paderu. So it's wonderful to learn about how we went about creating this community in Vizag. So let's head over to my conversation with Yogi.
Thank you so much, Satisha, for giving this opportunity. It's really an honor that I've learned a lot from you, from Scrum. To be honest, it's only because of you where I'm today being a senior manager and other stuff. All the learnings and all the emails which Lean Pitch always sends to me, at least not going in detail, but we just tend to have a glance on it. But thank you for this opportunity. And just introducing about me. I'm currently working in IT for almost 15 odd years. Just like anybody in IT, just we run behind packages to packages, paychecks to paychecks. To be honest, and being from Telugu background, so IT is tend to know, and you are definitely have to work here. So
Right.
currently, I am working in Value Momentum, based out of Hyderabad, and 2 days a week. I shuttle a lot between Visakhapatnam, Vizag to Hyderabad. In Vizag, I'm currently the main reason of being in Visakhapatnam is to ensure that we have a club here called VTRA, and we have few races which we organize. So I wanted to ensure that I anchor it, and also I give transition to my team members, and also do a lot of running. My basic funda is to run thrice a week. So that's current state of mind. And if I take a step back and would like to give a history of our background of me, I basically come from paramilitary background. My dad was in a paramilitary, a CISF. Most of us doesn't know. Paramilitary of CISF is Central Industrial Security Force. So they provide security. This is central government force which gives service, provide security to airports, ports, industries, and also Infosys of late from last few years have taken the services. So that is the background of my dad, and due to my dad's background, I got an opportunity to travel across South India. I was born in a place called Srikakulam, a district, a place called near to Sompeta, and then moved to Hyderabad for at very young age, and did some nursery, kindergarten, and also first and second standard in BHL Hyderabad. And from there, my dad got transferred to Salem Steel Plant. Was in Salem for 2 years. I studied third and fourth, and again to Bangalore. I was in CV Raman Nagar. I studied in KV DRDO CV Raman Nagar. Was living in Indra Nagar, near to I don't remember the place name, but yes, I visited that, near to Indra Nagar, and did my 5th standard there, and then got again transferred to Cochin Port Trust. My dad got transferred to Cochin Port Trust. In Kochi, I lived in Wellington Island. Did my schooling of 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and then we got relocated to Visakhapatnam, Vizag steel plant. My dad got relocated. From 10th onwards, we stayed in Vizag because of our lot of other reasons. Because here the people were more focused on studies and other stuffs, and I was not so studious back when I was in Kochi and stuff like that. So completed all my education, 10th, plus 1, plus 2 engineering. And so just to give a background of, so this is me. And after engineering, came back to Bangalore, and Bangalore gave me helped me to win my bread and butter. And then and and also because of the genetic nature of me, or through my dad's relocation, even I was relocating. I was from Bangalore. I worked in Jayanagar 4th block, uh, in a company called Canaris. So from there, they gave me an opportunity to work in Mumbai. So I was in Mumbai for almost for 3 years, and within Mumbai again, I relocated to Capgemini in Mumbai itself. Then from Mumbai, I moved to Chennai, and I was in Chennai for almost for 8 odd years, and from Chennai, I got relocated myself to Hyderabad, and Hyderabad, everything changed. So from Hyderabad, due to COVID, now in Visakhapatnam, and now settling between Hyderabad and Visakhapatnam.
So you
So
call
this is,
Vizag as a home right now?
yeah. So now we are settled in Visakhapatnam because I completed my 10th, and a lot of good vibes here. Uh, my brother, both of them got engineering from here. It's the Andhra University. They have found, and taking my dad's legacy, my youngest brother worked with Armed Forces, Indian Navy. He recently retired as a lieutenant commander. So, and my younger brother, he is very studious. He is a doctor now, PhD doctor, mostly into metallurgy domain.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is all three engineers, and all now kind of, yeah.
So you have traveled places.
Places, yes.
Both as a kid as well as adolescent, right? So do you think traveling places teaches us anything, or is there a different perspective than staying in one place?
Yeah. So I see, always whenever I give some kind of suggestions or jnana, I start with negativity,
Yeah.
So, and then move to positive. See, one part of this is like, I don't have any best friends, to be honest, okay? Because you travel so much that you meet so many people that either they don't connect with you or you don't connect with them. So that's reality, to be honest, because so many schools in journey, and there's also engineering and stuff like that. Yeah. And the second part is like, most importantly, whenever I travel places or whenever I meet people, I always think that the food owner, if your gut is able to take care of the local food, anything can be achievable. Let's say, for example, I was in Mumbai or Bangalore or Kochi or Chennai. If I'm able to survive on the local delicacies, then everything is set right. So if your gut is great, and dealing with talking to people and adjusting to them is just a mindset. So
right.
So that's how I got to myself. Now I can proudly say I can eat anything and everything.
Oh, that's a blessing for a runner.
Yeah, that's a blessing for runner. Maybe see these things I do not often share to many people, that you asked me and it just clicked me what was the reason. And the second thing, the perspective of like, yeah, meeting people definitely would make you understand how do you connect with them, how do you talk to them, and also how do you set the boundaries. See, most of the times, you don't know to set the boundaries of how much you talk, how much you not to talk.
Okay.
So at times I keep everything shut and I just listen to people, what they have to say, and at times I just open up. And along with this, because I was also playing sports in Kochi, I was playing for the school cricket team. So that also helped me to understand it, because even in those days I used to travel a lot in Kendra Vidya zonal zones. So I always felt if your gut is great, everything is great. So you can talk to people and you'll understand, and it will really help you to be a better person.
That's actually.
And on the flip side, it also makes you a bit arrogant, because you move a lot of places, and sometimes you take into, at least I'm saying from my experiences, you tend to think, okay, I know this. I know how to handle people and stuff like that. It might boomerang certain times. Yeah.
Okay, it might create arrogance also.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, true.
How many languages do you speak now?
Yeah, so every time someone asks this question, I have a reason to it. I speak Hindi, English, Telugu, uh, Tamil a bit.
Hmm.
Tamil I used to write also in my schooling days,
Okay.
because the I mean, for reasons, yeah, primary school, yes.
Yeah.
And then when I came to Bangalore, I didn't knew Hindi when I reached Bangalore by fifth standard. I only knew Telugu and Tamil, and broken English.
Hmm.
Bangalore taught me how to talk in Hindi. Surprisingly, I didn't learn Kannada at all. Zero Kannada.
Interesting, isn't it?
Interesting. Seriously, I mean, when I look back, it's like, what did I do? I didn't learn a language of Kannada, but I understand because of my working thing. I understand Kannada most often. Not the northern Kannada, but the northern Kannada is very, very difficult. Yesterday, someone was showcasing some video, and it was flew off my head. And then coming to Kochi in Malayalam, because I knew Hindi, parents of my friends were insisting me to talk to them in Hindi.
Okay.
So I couldn't learn Malayalam, but I understand most of the times. I mean, whatever someone is conversing, I cannot converse back. But back in the day, I used to converse at least bits and broken Malayalam, but now all gone. It's now that more often we talk in English.
Yeah.
Maharashtrian, I understand because I was in Mumbai for a certain time of period. And Orissa, because my roommates were people were from Orissa, so I understand Orissa also. And Bengali because of the connections of my mom, because my mom's parents live in Bengal. So although they are Telugu, they were settled in Calcutta.
Okay.
Because if you remember, back then people used to go to Myanmar to work. That was the opportunity hub for people, and also the industrializations where people used to move to different places like Calcutta or Madras or Bombay. Back in the day, so they got settled here.
You're travelers. Your whole family is travelers. That's great. So you said you were at Kendriya Vidyalaya. So
Kendriya Vidyalaya, yes.
While traveling, also you moved from one Kendriya Vidyalaya to another.
Yeah. So in BHL we didn't have. I didn't join Kendriya Vidyalaya. Okay. BHL was on. I did schooling in BHL High Secondary School, and also in Salem. Salem Steel Plant had their own school. Salem, some matriculation high secondary school. From Bangalore onwards, I started KV.
And you said when we spoke last time, so you picked up sports in KV. You like playing.
Yes.
Cricket.
Yeah.
Also picked up some running there. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah. See, when I started off KV, because of our locality, we used to play a lot of sports, and also all the elders used to encourage us to play a lot of sports. Even back in CSF, there is a tradition of sending good volleyball players. Cricket was not a big sport as such. Volleyball was kabaddi, hockey. There was no cricket team from CSF, so my dad was pushing me to play sports, something of volleyball, and get into a job in CSF and stuff like that.
Okay.
But because of Sachin Tendulkar or the aura of cricket, you get sucked up to watch cricket, play cricket, and from Bangalore onwards I started playing cricket. And when I moved to Kochi, I was part of in 6th standard I couldn't play any sport. I was just wondering, and when people used to go for long jump, triple jump was, even now I get amazed. It gives me goosebumps. How can a person jump thrice? High jump, and also you have been seeing on TV.
Right.
Triple jump, and also back then Kochi is like the hub of sports. I mean, wherever the only place which I have been visited, Kochi, I feel, because they respect the sport a lot. I am Vijayan back then. People used to consider him as a god in sports. In football, I mean, in 6th standard I couldn't play any sport. I just used to see how my friends used to excel. I mean, and also whenever they used to go to KV Kendriya Vidyalaya meet, they get an opportunity of taking a comp of a few days off, and at the same time they used to get a bun and lemonade water and banana. So that fascinated me, to be honest. That why should I not give it shot at it? And then at 7th standard I started off playing being participation, at least participate in the class level and annual meets. In 8th standard, I was part of the cricket team. 8th, there was a selections, and two things happened. One, my coach, my PT sir, was forcing me and was asking me to focus more on kabaddi because of I was stout by, I mean, from childhood itself. Even now, I am stout as such. I mean, so he was actually forcing me to saying that with few of my people from the CSF background, he wanted to create a good kabaddi team. But ऐसा बोलते हैं ना कि जो नहीं बोल, whenever someone says not to do, you do, why should not do? He was telling not to play cricket and whenever someone forces me, that's it. Humans are born that way.
Right.
You say not to do, you tend to go and achieve it. So I started off playing cricket, and for some reasons I was opening bowler also.
Okay.
So I started off opening bowling, and it actually helped me. I went and played at KV Malamburam, KV Pangod, KV Calicut, and numerous other places, KV Palakkad. So that actually, because once you get into sports, then it gives that high, no matter which sport. The only thing is when you leave it, you feel that okay, taking rest is good, but getting back to sports is again very, very difficult.
Right.
That's what I felt. And 9th standard, I came to Visakhapatnam, and here I played bits and pieces of sport here. But the thing is, like, when I arrived in Visakhapatnam, everyone was on. There was a buzzword which was baffling me. It's called MSET. I mean, it's called Engineering Entrance Examination. So, so the only goal which I had in my life was after 10th standard, I had to go to armed forces, no matter whichever armed forces. So that was the only goal I had. I had to just clear my 10th standard, and luckily, due to one of the Kendriya Vidyalaya teacher, a maths teacher named Mr. Simadri sir, he helped me to love mathematics, love science. So I started off loving mathematics, and surprisingly, I got distinction in 10th standard. And one of an opportunity when there was an Air Force selections which was happening in Bhubaneswar. I went there. I met one of my cousin, and he asked, "Why are you here?" He told, "I wanted to go into armed forces and stuff like that." Then he just gave one thing: "Why don't you do engineer and become an officer?"
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Why are you going as a soldier?
Okay.
So then I thought, okay, why don't we give a shot? And that actually changed everything. Then I came back, prepared, and said not a good rank, but I joined engineering and played local sports, and so that's how and always because I was living in a locality of CASF people. So all of my friends, at least 70% of my friends who have completed 10th, are currently in armed forces somewhere or another. Although now we are not in touch, but and during their training, we used to do at least 5 kilometers. When you get an opportunity, when you get in leaves from 10th standard to 11th standard, you get at least a few months off. So I used to run with them.
Okay.
And from +2 to engineering, we used to get at least 3 to 4 months of time off. So I used to run with them. I mean, it was just an opportunity to run with them, and because when you look back at the hindsight, you wonder that okay, I was enjoying running,
Right.
And to keep my weighted check, I used to run. So running was just a kind of pastime for me back in the day. So that's how running, and I got a job and moved to Mumbai. And for a few years, I was just an alcoholic, Used to smoke a lot and other stuff. So I stopped everything. And 2007, I completed my engineering. Till 2010, I didn't run. At least maybe once in a while, I used to go for a quick jog, but not seriously running as a running,
Okay. Is that because you missed the company of people to inspire you to run?
Yeah, maybe that is the one thing. And also when you get money, you feel like you have done a lot of things, good hard work of engineering. Why don't you go for chilled beer, enjoy the Mumbai culture and stuff like that? And also,
what I understood from what you said so far is being in the environment of CASF personnel and then their kids, They were all physically fit. They were
all
in
physically fit.
physical activity. So
Yeah.
you naturally got into that.
Yes, yes,
Being at KV, where there were a lot of athletics and other
yes,
sports, and you were getting involved there. So
yes,
that environment was there for you to physically get involved.
yes, yes.
So then once you finished engineering, once you got into job, that environment went away.
Changed everything. Yes, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Uh, and yeah, and also, in engineering, I picked smoking. So that might be one other reason that I slowly.
Was it from friends?
I do not blame anyone. Yeah, there's a quick story on how did I pick smoking. In 10th standard, I was living in a place called CSF Complex. From CSF Complex to my tuition is almost 4 kilometers, and we had to go through the jungle, afforestation zone. The trail was laid since many years. So I found a half-lit cigarette in the
Okay.
midday of 2 o'clock, some Sunday. I just passed by and just wondered why don't I just give it a try. So that was my first puff. Someone threw it off, and then that high, of
Nicotine.
you always see superstars and heroes as a demigods, and the style. I mean, I was wondering, and then in engineering, and it was just as a fab or as a stress busters, and whatever you call, or to impress someone. I just picked it off, and that continued. I mean, that continued for almost till 2012.
Okay.
I was very, very addictive. I mean, I at times at in the midnight of 2 o'clock, I used to smoke even for a loop.
Okay.
So that was my addiction level.
You were a chain smoker.
I was a chain smoker. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was
20
hardcore.
cigarettes in a day.
Yes, yes. It was huge. I mean, see, I used to stay near Sholinganur, Chennai Sholinganur, and from Sholinganur, my home was around 2-3 kilometers. So I had to walk for 800 meters, take a bus, go to office, and so the way I used to go is morning during for the loo I used to smoke. After the tea I used to do and take a walk of 50 meters, 800 meters, cigarette, waiting for the bus, cigarette, get on of the bus, cigarette, go to the office, coffee again at 10 o'clock, come back and have a cigarette, and 10 to 2, 10 to after 10 to lunch break, find one another, and after lunch 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock.
My God.
That was
So it was changed.
serious. Yeah, that was serious stuff actually. And every time I always wanted to give up cigarette. So it was painful. There was a vacuum created whenever if I'm not smoking for maybe 3 or 4 hours. Every day I wake up with a goal or hope that I will give up cigarette.
Okay.
So I would not smoke. So one day I succeeded of not smoking for 12 hours. So that was a big achievement. At 2 o'clock, so this is the reality. At 2 o'clock, I was just searching out for cigarette. I didn't get any. I went to stores. I couldn't find any. So what I did was, in my room, there was a ashtray which was half lit, all buds and everything. I was just puffing with those things.
Oh my God.
That's
some addiction.
That's some addiction, yes.
So one thing that I've noticed looking at running and smoking, right? So picking up a bad habit is very easy, but quitting that is very difficult.
Yes.
Whereas it is the other way with good habits.
Yes.
Picking up good habits is very difficult.
Yes.
Quitting is very easy.
Yes.
So how did you end up quitting finally?
See, one addiction, whenever you have to de-addict, so you have to pick up another addiction.
Okay.
I'm just asking you the question. What was my de-addiction was cigarette. What was a new addiction of mine?
Running.
No. There is a bridge in between. I picked up drinking VSOP brandy. So this was in April 2014 when this elections was happening. I felt okay. I will not smoke anything.
Okay.
So because I started off
election for
this general elections.
Okay, elections. Okay, sorry.
Elections. Okay. So during the same time, I also wanted to purchase a home. There was an EMI stuff which was started off. So there's a vacuum in my mind that okay, smoking is killing lot of my savings and stuff. Like I had to stop. I stopped cigarette and picked up one. See, every day at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, I was having this vacuum. I wanted to have my urge and everything, too much of cravings and other things. So then I felt that okay, just one Saturday you get an opportunity of staying at home, no distraction. 12 hours of successful at 8 o'clock. Okay, just let's have a peg. So I just went, and Saturday continued, Sunday, okay, 2 days of success, and third, fourth, it was like another almost for a month I was into alcohol.
Okay.
But luckily cigarette was not part of this journey even. And then I was realizing when there's a notification that EMI was getting deducted, then I felt okay, this is not the case. And during this alcohol addiction also, I started off learning guitar for some reasons, and again I got addicted there also. And luckily due to guitar, I slowly alcohol vanished off, because the Guruji of mine, he used to teach guitar on Carnatic Sangeet. Unlike the chords of A major, C major and stuff like that, he used to teach on Sa Re Ga Ma Pa. Just like what people learn in Veena. So that actually was intriguing me, and it felt really good to me. When someone teaching a Western instrument on Indian Carnatic Sangeet was amazing. Then that actually helped me, and slowly for some reasons I started off running also. I was putting on weight, so I started off with barefoot running. As slowly as I started off barefoot running, firstly initially Milind Soman was...
Before we go there, Yogi, so you said when you're not smoking, there is vacuum created, and to fill that vacuum you started alcohol. And then having that goal of okay, I want to have my own home, and then there is EMI, so that goal helped you in somehow having that checkpoint. But still vacuum was there.
Absolutely.
Are you saying the learning guitar fill that vacuum?
Yes.
Okay. So if at all you were to suggest someone to get de-addicted with something, so would you suggest picking up something good to fill that vacuum?
Yes, yeah. Music is one such, Music, I really tell people, if see, one thing is like music is everywhere. Because I'm not a big musician, because that has really helped me to shape my... Firstly, it helped me to de-addiction, also pick up running and stuff. And also it will help you to have a clarity in mind, and also you keep humming yourself. You feel like you are the musician and stuff like that. It's a new skill. It will really help music for sure. Like singing or some instrument, it actually helped me, so I can vouch for it.
So if I send let's say an addict to you, a chain smoker, so how would you go about de-addicting them? What steps would you take?
See, first thing, if the two things I always tell: get an EMI loan. When your pocket start burning, you will feel the pain. All this gyan of all this, stress. I'm smoking because of stress. I'm smoking because of manager. Everything goes there. So people, whenever I really preach on quitting smoking or stop smoking or pausing smoking, I ask 2 or 3 questions. Is your father Ambani? No. Are you Hrithik Roshan? No.
Okay.
You have your job. You do your job, and please ensure that you're not smoking. Because see, first and foremost, your health is everything. If you're healthy and good, your family would be healthy and good.
Right.
So as simple as that.
So
and then I can guide them of picking up something very easily. See, if I say go and run, and they'll not do all these things. So one thing is like whichever they like. I mean, they really wanted to, because I wanted to play guitar for maybe since our childhood. So I picked it up. So to understand them and suggest them which will be beneficial to them. And I mean, and at the same time, because being a human, when you say do not do this, people will tend to do that.
Right.
No matter what, however.
Yeah, that's reactance. That's natural for
human. That's natural, yes.
Yeah. So get an EMI so that you have some liability. So it pains you to burn money on bad things.
Yes.
And find something that you are passionate about to fill that vacuum.
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you. Actually, very useful. And you'll live through it.
Yes, I'll literate. Yes, too. And in between this, I just wanted to mention one thing. During Mumbai, when I was in Mumbai, as I was boozing a lot and smoking a lot, I also used to visit Coach Dan. Actually, he used to give coaching. He's a Nike Run Club coach. Actually,
Okay.
Life is calling all. Life is calling is one group, no?
Yeah,
Or
right. Right.
it's running club actually. So
They do conduct few events
yeah,
also.
yeah, correct. Yeah, there was they used to post something that in Sports Authority of India, Kandivali, people used to organize every weekend run.
Mhm.
So I used to travel from Andheri to Kandivali, almost 8 odd kilometers to learn running and other stuff. It was
Okay.
a synthetic track. I didn't understand the importance of synthetic track back then.
Mhm.
If I would have known, I would have been a better runner now. In 2010, I used to learn at least only for a few months. I mean, almost for 4 or 5 months, I used to be there. But again, smoking whenever you that was just for a brief period of 4 or 5 months. But now I really regret that I could not utilize the opportunity which Sai gave,
Hmm.
the opportunity of what Coach Dan was giving, all Gyan free of cost.
Right.
Now I really regret. Had it been like 10, 15 years of my life would have been different thing. I would have been a serious runner then.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's how life, you know.
So that was only for brief period in.
Brief period I used to visit them. Yeah.
Okay. And and then you moved out of Mumbai or no?
I moved out of Mumbai and came to Chennai. I got an opportunity to work in Hyderabad or Chennai from HCL. My dad, due to his transfers, he was in ISRO Sriharikota.
Okay.
So Chennai was closer to this. Chennai was almost 80 to 100 kilometers.
Right. Easy
And
to.
I shifted to Chennai. My dad got transferred to ONGC Narsapur, East Godavari. So I stuck up in Chennai and again smoking, and then again the journey of. And
Yeah.
as I quit smoking and picked up guitar and other stuff, then
Then barefoot running came in.
yeah, barefoot running came in. Yeah.
So how did that happen?
Yeah, barefoot running because Milan Saman name was popping up every 2010 to 2013, 2010, 2013 onwards. So barefoot running in 2013 Jan first week, or sorry, December 2012, there was a run which was happening in Marina Beach. Of
Okay.
HCL was some partner there. I got a free coupon and we just ran through.
Okay.
However, smoking was then okay, I felt good. Then Dawn to Dusk, a national athlete named Nivel actually, he's based out of Chennai. He organizes Dawn to Dusk event. So in Chennai, IIT Chennai campus, there was half marathon event, untimed event. So yeah, I just wanted to participate because 5 kilometers 10 days ago gave me a high. So I wanted to experience the same thing on 5th of Jan 2013. I just still remember the name. That was my first half marathon. I completed in 3 hours 15 minutes or so.
Nice.
3.5 hours, my first, with shoes. Then his name was popping up in 2013 onwards. It was all smoking. 2014, as I mentioned, and I started wanted to reduce my weight. And first thing is EMI was on my back of my mind. Shoes are expensive.
Right.
They're expensive. Will be expensive. So
Right. Of course.
of course. So and Decathlon was not in
India yet.
Chennai back then. Yeah. There was only Decathlon store in Sarjapur, Bangalore. That was only store in South India, I guess, back then. So and wanted to start off running, 5 kilometers, and because of a lot of other things, I mean, and it felt good. Okay, therefore, because of the age, whatever you do, your recovery is very fast.
Right. Right.
I mean, there was almost for 14, 15, 16, 17, almost 4 years I ran barefoot. In all, I ran barefoot in Hyderabad Marathon, Chennai Wipro Marathon, Cool Runners Chennai Marathon, Dream Runners Half Marathon, and Bangalore Marathons Half Marathon category.
Okay.
And Chennai Trail Marathon CTM in 2016 I ran barefoot.
You ran trail in barefoot?
Yeah, trail in barefoot. Yeah.
Okay. So how about all those thorns, small stones?
Stones and all. Now, once your body get used to it, then there's nothing, and I guess telling you the age factor was crucial then.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Was
all
there
this major.
was there ever a case where you were bleeding after
There was no bleeding as such. The skin becomes thicker, as you the foot, the feet,
Okay.
the entire plantar and other things will become very very thick. And there were times where nails were freezing inside the leg. I mean that we used to take it off and keep an eye on the road on the trail. Yeah, that helped me. And all major events after my first and the second half marathon I did was Wipro marathon. It was 2 hours 20 minutes.
Okay.
And I would like to thank, because with this opportunity, I would like to thank Mr. Kumar sir, who is based out of HCL. He started a WhatsApp group called HCL Hurricanes. So he introduced me to the long distance running. So even that event of Dawn to Dusk, he was the one who initiated that. Why don't you go in? It was just a uh, gyan of colleagues gyan, just go and participate. So he created group back then, and still now that is the only oldest group I'm part of.
Okay. Nice.
So he helped me to understand what sub 2 is half marathon is all about, and later on in all half marathons were sub 2.
Okay, fantastic.
And when people travel, I used to see people travel to Hyderabad. Then I felt, okay, even I have to go to Hyderabad. So I ran half marathon barefoot in Hyderabad 2015.
Okay.
2015 was the year when I got married also. So 2015 Bangalore marathon. Yeah.
You ran barefoot Bangalore marathon?
Barefoot, yeah. Bangalore also, yeah.
Nice.
Then barefoot was part of my life. Then I really was enjoying. Firstly, people used to curiously see that what this guy is doing. So
is there any? So if you compare running with shoes versus barefoot running,
yeah.
So apart from you're not wearing shoes, are there any other differences in the way you prepare, strength train?
See, I never did strength train. Even now, only after hitting 35, 36, I am starting to go to gym. But I was running just for the sake of. I just was enjoying it. Okay. When you put all the logics, all the pros and cons, and you would not enjoy as such. When you say you have to go to strength train, gym, and those things. For some reasons, I just so only warm up which I do is first 400 meters. That is the only warm up. And because of the age factor, once someone is hit, that was I was close to 30 to 33, but it was all okay. There was no specific training as such. But however, I used to do, I love push up a lot. Push up and pull up. Even today, I can do push ups of 50 non-stop. So I really loved push ups because that is a strength training. Maybe that is part of strength, and also crunches, squats. These are regularly I used to keep doing these things.
Okay.
That is one thing.
There was some strength training.
There was some strength.
Not structure.
Yeah, not actual. So I was running all different races. In 2016 or 2017, due to too much of improper training, the reason improper running, only on barefoot without any strength training led to my stress fracture. Shin splints turned tibial stress fracture. So I had to stop. Even in my Instagram handle, you can see I gained a weight up to 85, close to 88. I put on a lot of weight.
So how long was the hiatus from running after stress fracture?
The doctor told that I had to take break. So I took too much of break.
Okay.
I went to Dubai for some office work. Ate a lot of shawarmas, bought few alcohol bottles, sweets, and I did not want to run at all for some reasons. It actually scared me that stress was I was not even able to walk. Yeah. At the same time, I did my solo bullet ride along with my brother. So when I was visiting Himalayas, the pain was actually killing on the shins. So actually, it scared me a lot that what am I doing with my body and stuff. So I didn't want to go back to the running at all.
Okay.
But as I was gaining weight, and my doctor told that okay, you have to go to gym and do strength training. That will definitely help you to this pain will go off and stuff like that. Then slowly I started off running on the beach. Sand run is the best running if someone is injured. I always tell if you're injured or you're on the doorstep of getting injured, go run on the side. Even if you don't have sand in your vicinity, many will not be blessed to have beaches like Vishakhapatnam Beach or RK,
Like
Chennai Beach.
people in Bangalore, we don't have any.
But the cradles, if you go to the parks where the cradles are being installed, so there will be a lot of sand. So you can just walk on the sand, walk on the grass. So that actually helped me to. So although it was very painful, I think it took almost a year from stress fracture to start regain my running again. So that's even now it gives me nightmares, thinking that I do not want it to go. So as soon as if I have pain, I just stop, do some weight training. Weight training is one of those. It is scientifically proven technique. So because if you're doing proper weight training, even body weight training, that will definitely help being a good sports person, no matter which sport you're playing.
Right, absolutely. So it was 1 year of hiatus. So after this stress fracture, did you go through any rehab or was it organic recovery?
Organic recovery. I was doing some strength training. Doctor gave me a prescription. He told that if you're in pain, stop your activities.
Okay.
Do not take any medicine.
Okay.
So the only thing he was telling is ice.
Okay.
Keep icing wherever you have a pain. Triggering points would be different on your body. You may not know because you're not expert in that area. Wherever you have pain, just ice it and compress it. That rice, rest,
right,
ice, compression and elevation. So
so
that actually helped me a lot.
So it took an year.
Yes.
So now if you were to, so this was the result of, I mean, you're not blaming barefoot running, right? For this.
No, I'm not doing. It's all improper strength training or no strength training. That's the only thing. Yeah.
So if you were to suggest someone, if someone seeks, no, I want to get into barefoot running.
Yeah.
How should they start?
See, the transition is pretty on it. I'll just tell you can just place it on a stages.
Sure.
So first thing is you have to walk barefoot in home. Many of you people, many of us, I've seen friends of mine, they tend to use a lot of cushion shoes and stuff like that. So get rid of those day-to-day cushion shoes or high-heeled shoes, be it adventurous shoes. So that's one thing we have to take it off from our day-to-day activities. And second most important thing is start feeling the earth or road or tar, asphalt or something. Just keep walking barefooted. And the third important thing is see, now the roads are really well laid, and there's a less opportunity of getting punctured even for the tires of us,
Right, absolutely.
So that the fear of you getting injured, you have to just remove it off. This will come only if you are going and practicing on a regular basis of doing a barefoot walk. And later on, just like any other running, the intervals, 500-meter walk, 500-meter run, 500-meter walk, 500-meter run. So as you progress along with this strength training, will definitely help you.
Okay.
To transition to a good barefoot runner. And the third important factor is age. Every person responds to the age. Every person's body responds to the age in a different way. Of bit of their genetic nature or the climatic conditions or the food they eat. There will be many other reasons which science might help us, doctors might help us. So barefoot is not for everyone. At the same time, you can definitely give a try and see if it works. Yeah, it works, and you can run barefoot. If not, let's not be so stubborn and stick to it. There's a saying, someone told that if you're not building, you'll break. So you have to be flexible enough and accept that you're not meant for it. And I accept the fact that I was not meant for a barefoot for longer duration. There are many, I've seen many, even now they are practicing for 10, 15 years. Now that Instagram and social media has boomed a lot for last few odd years, I could see someone is running for many years now. So even though they are running in the late of
right.
So each one for their own.
Got it. That makes a lot of sense. So, and when you talked about strength training,
Yeah.
the regular strength training, are there any specific strength training that one needs to do for barefoot running?
See, for the regular strength training would do.
Okay.
That is more than enough. Once you are building up your body, that will definitely. The only thing is the mindset. Everyone feels that I would get injured or something will pierce me through my leg. Is the only thing that gets into this. Or else, everyone is comfortable if you lay a proper road and ask them to run. Or see, most of our South Indians walk barefoot and in the home because everything is clean.
Right.
So if the same thing is laid outside, so they will definitely run barefoot.
Got it. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So this was your barefoot running era.
Yeah.
So then you got back to running with shoes.
Yeah, running with shoes. Yes.
Where did that start? And what did you start with?
Yeah. A friend of mine was traveling from US. I did a lot of research and felt Gel Cayano will be a good shoe.
Okay.
And it is a good shoe. It's a versatile shoe, amazing shoe.
Still a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah. Then I asked him to get it, and then slowly I started using Gel Cayano. But however, I didn't know that US. I was so illiterate that I didn't know that there are shoes of 0.5 sizes also. And we also always say that it is always one digit always. There is no fraction as such. So I bought half a size bigger one.
Okay.
Unknowingly, it was loose on my feet, but it was helping me to pick up running. And started off running with Gel Cayano, and understood that okay, this was not my top of shoes. I mean, it was not fitting me. Then I transitioned to various brands. I bought something from Decathlon because Gel Cayano also they're expensive shoes. Then so Decathlon set up a base in store in Chennai, and started using their hip run shoes and stuff like that. Actually helped me. One thing is like it is easier on your pocket, and the second thing, it is durable. It does the job. The pace, because I was decently, because running was part of me, I was enjoying. I was not focusing on sub 100 or sub 90. Every time I used to run a half marathon, I used to finish in sub 2, and always solo runner. After coming to Chennai, I was always solo runner. Here and there, I used to meet people or participate and go to trail runs with people, but always I used to run solo. Yeah.
Okay. But you you became part of community after moving to Chennai.
Yeah, after moving to Chennai, although I was a solo runner, at times, for example, CTC Chennai Trekking Club, they used to organize trail runs. I used to go and participate with them. But I was a silent spectator there. Someone will just tell, okay, come and run this trail. I had to just follow them.
Now
actually helped me to understand.
Now you love trails, right? And
yeah, that was a time when I understood what trails is about, and I started exploring more. It was just like, okay, someone said, okay, there's a trail running. I just went and participated in trail. Chennai Trail Ultra was just happened because in that year I ran Hyderabad Marathon, Chennai Trail Marathon, Bangalore Marathon. So Chennai Trail Marathon was part of the bus created by my friends that you have to go and participate in events. There was no such love or haste to trail or road. I was never bifurcating or division. There was a division created in my mind between a trail and road. For me, it was running, no matter what. Then I was running with Peter only a few times. And 2018, my wife actually had to travel to Visakhapatnam and to her hometown during her pregnancy. So during this time, few of my friends from Chennai Trekking Club, they used to visit my home because I used to cook a lot and I really cook well. So they used to visit me and we used to cook a lot of. I used to eat chicken, fish. And during the same period, Malnad registrations were opening up.
Okay.
And a friend of mine, Mr. Eruva's University, he told that okay, you have to register for 50k. There was a big group of Chennai Trekking people who were registering in 50 kilometers. And for 50k, the mandate is to do a full marathon.
Okay.
And I was always happy to do only half marathon. I never ran a full, not beyond even 32 kilometers. And Chennai Trekking Club organized a trail qualifier run from one part of Chennai towards on the trails. So I ran around 43 kilometers in 7 hours or 6 hours. I don't even remember the time, but yeah, that was my first full marathon distance.
That was your marathon. And you did it because you wanted to qualify for Malta.
I wanted to qualify for Malnad then.
Okay.
Luckily, after completing, we had to submit this Garmin URL and our Strava URL to the organizers. They will confirm you, and it is actually a good, now that I'm part of this journey, I always feel that unless and until you have a qualification, then do not register for the race, and that actually helped me, because had I been not run a 42 kilometer on that day, I'm giving it a rating that even though I was running regularly, I would not finish 50k. Because after 30k, everything changes. Everything changes a lot after completing that. And later I finished Malnad Ultra. On Malnad Ultra, because of this Chikmagalur, if I'm pronouncing correctly even. Chikmagalur, yeah. I was fascinated by the entire greenery, the coffee estate. Coffee Cafe Day estate opened up this estate for the runners, and it was my first experience to do camping.
Okay.
Run in the estate, and it was a good, amazing experience for me. And traveling with friends, that actually, and during the run, I saw a few of the T-shirts with this Telugu-based running clubs in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Then I was just talking to them that why don't we do in Andhra and just run away, just for the sake of it. That okay, I just keep talking to the runners and why don't we do something in our part of the region. Then that died off. In Malnad 2018 happened. Then I was preparing for Vagamon 2019, because once you're on a high of running, you just sign up for all the races. That's what we do as a runners. And Vagamon happened, and Vagamon I met a person named Commander Amit. So Mr. Edwas University, who introduced me to Malnad, to ask me to register Malnad Ultra, he introduced me to a runner named Commander Amit. And I was talking in Telugu because of South Indian, as soon as someone tells he's from Visakhapatnam, you talk in Telugu. But he told that he's not from South, but he's stationed in Visakhapatnam. Then immediately I told that why don't we do something in Araku? Araku is one of the hill stations in Eastern Ghats. It is 100 kilometers from my son.
Okay.
That was the pause again. It was just because if someone is meeting me in race and just bumping off ideas, so that's how that was, I think, before COVID, that was my last trail ultra. 60 kilometers I ran. It was I really enjoyed the terrain, the organizing and the stuff.
One thing I love about you, Yogi, is that's the reason I wanted to talk to you.
Yeah.
Of course, from your journey, it is very evident that the environment that was around you helped you get into the sport and love the sport, fall in love with it. Right from childhood days to barefoot days to trail running days.
Yes.
And then you took it on yourself to create a community where you can create that environment for others, which is very noble. In fact, when there are communities, of course, people get inspired, and then if our surroundings are healthy, the nation becomes healthy, and if the nation becomes healthier, world becomes healthier.
Absolutely.
So you started Vizag Trail Running
Association.
So please talk to us about it. How did that happen?
So everything, I don't know, some stories, when people like you ask such questions, I really wanted to look back and see what triggered me. So what triggered me was I was not so big fan of the supplements of running what we use. Now I'm using it. I want to correct myself. Now I'm using it. I was immature, illiterate back then, or I was not educated properly by the seniors whom I look up to. I was against gels. I was against salt caps. I was totally telling people that only thing you have to do is you have to go and run with lemonade and water. It's not true. It's not. I was wrong. Yeah, back then. So I was in a group.
You run those marathons in Chennai and then ultras in Vegamon and Malnad without any salt, without any gels.
Yes,
So did you consume real food?
I consume real food, bananas, the whatever they give.
Okay.
And when I came to Hyderabad, I was added to few groups. Whenever someone used to post, I used to taunt them. It was not a good thing of mine. Then I was thrown out of the group, and then I felt that okay, this is not good. I mean, each one for
Mm.
each one for them, it is good. Then I started reading about these things, why it is needed, and because I was always in an impression that they are deviating from the actual cause. I always felt that they are illegal or not for the sport. It is totally against the sport. I started reading. Yeah, correct. Yeah, it's not good. So I started learning, reading, and something. Then I felt that okay, you should always be consuming after informed sportswomen. So and if you see, so that actually helped me to understand. And people were calling names when that this gentleman is only into running and he doesn't know and stuff like that. So when I came to COVID happened, I was running all solo in Hyderabad. From October to March, everyone's life changed. 2020, and from March to June, because of the lockdown, I was again solo. And then in September, we came to Visakhapatnam. We wanted to spend our time for an athlete. It is no one knew our future in March 2020. Everyone had questions what our life would be, and everyone's life changed. Even my life changed.
Right.
Here, I started off running solo. I used to do a lot of intervals on the trail. There were few trails here. I used to do a lot of intervals. I never ran intervals before that. It was just immature intervals. And when friend of mine, and the second lockdown opened in September 2020. First lockdown they opened in June, August. Second lockdown in September. September, when I met few of my friends from Chennai's history, and we wanted to do some hill running. So we met and ran this. There is a small hill in Hindustan Zinc Limited. There's a ground here, and we ran few hill repeats.
Okay.
That was actually giving high. When you run hills or find trails on your local hometown, adopted hometown, then okay. And then we ran. There's a hill called Simachalam. Simachalam is Lakshmi Narasimha Swami temple. There's a pretty decent hill of almost 12-13 kilometers, one single hill. So we did a lot of Google. People used to hike that hill. Me, my friend, with another friend of his, 32 kilometers. We ran the stretch in almost 3.5 to 4 hours.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean that was the changing point. And then we felt okay. Now we have arrived. This is our hometown. This is my ground. We have to explore trails.
Okay.
And we have to explore trails and give to the community.
Okay.
Long distance trails, not like. And then there was another hill called Yarada Hill. We ran almost 30 kilometers there. And from my home to there is a reservoir here. There's a normal road, but we found out a trail. We started running on the trail. And one fine day, Mr. Irva, which I was mentioned, Irva Srinivasadi, he told that we'll do something. Vanajangi Peak was getting famous due to COVID because people wanted to go and have good time in the hills. Vanajangi Peak gives a good view of all the floating clouds. When you go up, it is around 1,500 meters above sea level.
Okay.
So once you see, there is all filled up with clouds. There's no earth visible at all. So, and we wanted to just do hiking.
Okay.
We went there. We wanted to do hiking in the highest peak in Eastern Ghats, Sitamakonda. And after I couldn't hike because of my health was not so great. My friends hiked. On the evening, during the booze, we were discussing why don't we do something in this part of the region.
Okay.
And December, and that in November we went, and the discussion concluded. No action we took. Later on December 31st, for some reasons I posted that this term, it hit me for some reason, Ultribe Paderu. Ultribe. So
Okay.
Ultra plus tribe. So the tribe of running tribe. So I created a new word called Ultribe. Then I found that there is already words which are available. So Ultribe Paderu. I created an Instagram page and saying we are coming up with 50 kilometer, 20 kilometer, 10 kilometer. Immediately announced that registration is opening soon. We didn't even had any route or any such. So to answer your question, the community was not born. Actually, running event gave birth to the community.
Yeah, right. So you created that community, right?
Yeah. So in and we went for approvals. We got approvals. Back then, we had a small WhatsApp group called Running Mutants. So
Okay.
on that same letterhead of Running Mutants, we presented this approval letter, and government told, okay, you go and do whatever you want. So when we created a route of 50 kilometers, it was all 90% road and 10% trail. March 28th, we were supposed to organize this on the Indian Science Day. That didn't happen due to elections, due to panchayat elections. We moved it to second week of March. And second week of March, again, re-elections happens, people. And we had to cancel, call it off, and refund all. We also refund with UPI charges.
Okay.
So we refunded everything to the runners. And by then we got our medals also. And we had to take it on our head. Luckily, few friends of me who stood by me, they also helped me in this contribution.
Okay.
That was the biggest blow, March around 20 mid of March, I got a letter that we should not organize anything due to this section 144.
Okay.
Due to the elections, there is a section which would be imposed. And March happened, April, May, June, July, August. It was all sleepless nights for me. People say, दाग जब मुंह पे लगता है ना, then it is very very difficult. नाक कट गया था मेरा. I was feeling so devastated. Even now I feel that, okay, why did I venture into it in first place? I was a happy solo runner, doing my job, running, taking care of my family, having my chilled beer with biryani, and that was life until then. When we announced that we are cancelling and refunded the entire amount, from April to August, I was just looking at the Google Maps, all different maps, to create trails, to understand if there are any trails where humans can move from one hamlet to another hamlet. See, if you see any trails, it is like in elevation, you will not find so many trails, And then in August 28th around the sports day, National Sports Day, we went to summit this Armakonda again. And then we announced that, okay, we are coming back. And the registration would open soon. And September, October, we found good trails. And I was helped by people who actually asked me not to refund, and were my registrations participants in March. They said that, okay, we would like to be associating with you and helping you. So they said, do not do any refund, we will help you. But I eventually did refund. I do not wanted to have any monkey on my back stating that, okay, ye bande ne paisa kha liya.
Right.
Or he's giving free discounts or off and others. I did not wanted to have this blame on me. In September, we announced that registration would open. We were from August till November. We explored new trails. We found literally new trails. On foot, I used to go and explore trails. And at times, whenever I found that there's a trail, but don't know what's in the other side of the trail. So many times, due to my mother's or my parents or my family, my wife's belief on God, at times I was alone in the trail,
Yeah.
Literally for few kilometers, like 10 kilometers alone in the jungle, lush green jungle. So whenever I was not able to, don't know what happened, there was some magic would happen, and some person, some lady used to with a lot of food on their head. They used to come and say, I just would ask them. Even now I get goosebumps of thinking of those moments, They used to say, I used to ask, where is this town going? Just say, okay, it's another few kilometers, you can just keep walking.
Okay.
That actually helped me, when that it's they say no, when Bhagwan दिखता है मगर सही समय में दिखता है.
सही समय में दिखता है.
Or else it's nothing. So along with me, Major Ravikiran, who registered was as wanted to register and was a participant. After refund, he came back to my group, and we created this because Mr. Kaman Ramit, who told that all these small groups of whatever you created, running mutants will not work. You have to register as a society. Then there's a legality to it. There would be people will sign on the documents, will help you to move ahead. So we created something called, we created our name called Vizag Trail Runners. Because we were focused only on trails. But some reasons, the authorities who gives signing off the authorities, they told you should not use the term Vizag.
Okay.
I said Visakhapatnam. They said no, you should not use Visakhapatnam. Then they only gave the idea that you can use Vishaka. Okay. Visakhapatnam's half point Vishaka. Then Vishaka Trail Runners, it was not clicking to me, but then ITRA was back then International Trail Running Association.
Right.
I kept V here, Vishaka Trail Running Association.
VTRA.
VTRA, yeah, VTRA. So immediately we created our own, because of our technical background. We created website also, VTRA.run. Back then .run was not so popular. I luckily got VTRA.run, and we started posting all our. So Ultribe gave birth to VTRA, and VTRA gave birth to others. So December, first Sunday of December, second Sunday of December, 7th. So was it 11th December or 12th December? We organized our event of around 150, 180 runners. Chennai Trekking Club, big, massive group came. Many runners from Visakhapatnam came to participate.
So this was in 2021, right?
2021, yeah. That was our first ultra race in entire Andhra and Telangana. First proper ultra trail marathon.
Almost 1 year of work and going ups and lows.
Yeah.
So it's learning through experimentation that you did.
Yes, absolutely. And few friends of mine, when we are explaining, because in ultra, unlike road races where only map is displayed and we just self-understandable map, in ultra it's not such. You have to explain them. You have to do a lot of route marking with ribbons, with paint. As we were giving course briefing to the runners, I've seen my friends had a wet eyes. I mean, they were really emotional. What have we achieved here? When until last year we were part of some races.
Yeah.
Being part of as a volunteer, or we used to. Now we are hosting a big crowd from the Navy. Navy runners came. Local Vizag running community have helped us. Hyderabad, many people turning up. That was really even I was so emotional. And what are we doing? And luckily the event went really and was successful. The climate was good. Amazing, everything. Here and there was some learnings. The feedback we take into consideration, and that really gave me the high. Initially, it was just to why am I doing. Next to let's complete this and get my monkey off back. And on first edition completion, when I was having my celebratory drink with my team, we told, okay, we will do our second edition too.
Yeah.
And second edition, we wanted to do bigger thing. We decided to have 80 kilometers also. So 10 kilometers, 25, 50, 80. So that was the Ultribe journey until then. Yeah.
So Ultribe was born first, and then VTRA was born. And today you have 3 events as part of VTRA, Ultribe.
Yeah. Yes.
Vizag half marathon. Then time trials.
Yes.
So tell us more about time trials.
Yeah. So after completing this journey, so we wanted to do something on the road also. there was no road event which was happening in Visakhapatnam. There was only 2 events. One was which Navy was doing, Vizag Navy Marathon. They had a full marathon also category. They come, they organize, and they go back.
Okay.
So there was no community-driven run. There was another run called Vizag Bay Marathon, which used to happen in the night. It was again annual run.
Okay.
2 runs, and there was no other runs. There was small runs or kuti runs, which once in a while for some explorations and some this used to happen. Then I felt that okay, there is a lot of vacuum here. There was running clubs as such. I'm not denying that there was no running clubs. There were running clubs. People used to run. People used to meet. They are there. Then in February, during late Jan, early February, we decided to have something Vizag half. We announced that we would do Vizag half. But we used, because we did not have pics of our running people were on the road. We use trail. People assume that it's again a trail thing coming up.
Okay.
Then we clearly mentioned on the beach road. Okay, that's fine. Until then, all the other annual races, they were charging 1,500 upwards for half marathon.
Okay.
So we really wanted to democratize running, to be honest. I mean, we came up with half the price. We started off with 899 for half marathon. And we also gave an opportunity with t-shirt and without t-shirt.
Okay.
And we wanted to create Vizag half marathon as a promo run for Ultribe Paderu.
Okay.
We want to get a local community more. So any run to be successful, if 30% is coming from 30% is coming from outstation, the locals are the ones who have to fill up and be participating in it.
Okay.
So Vizag half we announced on the second Sunday, it was 16th of October. But we also wanted to connect our race with our cause with the nature, because trail closer to the nature, and both the marathons, annual marathons, were happening on beach road, and the same route again, doing the same route didn't make any sense with. So we one fine day I woke up and I went to the zoo and submitted a letter without telling my team that we will be starting with zoo. And luckily the zoo curator ma'am saw and everything. Yeah, it's a good idea. She gave approval immediately. She approved us. So zoo became our venue. Okay, we wanted to take runners from Visakhapatnam to Ultribe. We have created Vizag half marathon. And for what shall we do? How do we train them and make sure that they are fit enough to participate in Vizag half marathon? And then in Chennai, I used to hear individual time trials on the cycling event, ITT or team time trials.
Okay.
So there were different clubs which used to do this time trial event in Chennai. So I thought, why don't we do it in here? And we announced that time trials, VTRA time trials would come every first Sunday of every month. 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers. We started with 5 and 10. We had only 45 runners participating in it. We charged only 50 rupees. And it started from April. So there's a backstory to it. I just forgot to explain you. When Ultra happened, we had a lot of inventories left, like peanut butter, dates, electrolytes, which can be utilized. So we wanted to do something in January New Year run. See, when someone is coming from outside and doing events, the local clubs got offended. Who is this guy who is doing a lot of things? Okay. One day is fine. Now he is coming in Ultribe Hills is fine. Now he is wanted to do something in the road. So I was actually told not to do, and was, you might understand, and even your viewer might understand what would have happened. So we did not wanted to take something head on, but it's always, I had this that okay, I wanted to, when someone is saying not to do, we have to do in a better way.
Okay.
The better way was Vizag time trails. So this time trails, we announce 50 rupees every first Sunday of every month. You come, we give breakfast, top 3 goodies. During the same time, when we were having a celebrated drink with one of my friends, 100 kilometers run, a good runner who has been a Boston qualifier and stuff like that. He was sitting behind. He was having his own drink. When we are talking about ultra, this gentleman was so curious. In Visakhapatnam, a sleeping town, how can people talk about ultra? Then he told it, okay, I want to sorry to interrupt, and he joined us. And he's a Boston qualifier, and he did numerous ultras, 50 kilometers, 100 kilometers, and numerous ultras. He ran in US, and he's an Indian-born Visakhapatnam guy, and he's settled in Canada. So he had his own nutrition brand, Peak Performance Nutrition. Then he told that, okay, I will be part of your journey. He started sponsoring. He became a title sponsor for with his help. If he would not help, it was been difficult for us to sustain. He started monitoringly helping us because of his brand of electrolytes and also nutrition. See, Amit always says that good things happen for good people. So I was thinking, and Ravi bumped into us, and we discussed, and now we are friends. And he helped us. We gave title to him on time trials. We promoted us time trials, and even Vizag Half Marathon. He was the first edition. It was called Peak Performance Vizag Half Marathon. Ultribe, it was Peak Performance Ultribe Paderu. So with his push, we went for 2 more years. So Vizag Half Marathon's idea was to get more and more runners on the road. We gave point system also in Vizag time trials, VTRA time trials. Now we are recoined as Vizag time trials. So the point system was very simple, as on the lines of Formula 1. You come first, you get 10 points, subsequently 10, 9, 10. Last, all the finishers would get 1 default.
Okay.
So if you are coming below 10, everyone will get 1.
So some gamification there.
Yeah, we wanted to encourage everyone. 0 is not encouraged. So first, if you're out of 6 months, if you're finishing 4 time trials, if you're participating 4 time trials, we also give medal.
Okay.
On the 6th of the last time trial. Along with this, top 3, if all the point system, when you cumulatively consolidate them, top 3 finishers were given cash award also.
Okay.
Whatever we could, it was 1,000 rupees or 700. That encouraged the runners to participate. Okay, these guys are genuine guys. They really wanted to change the landscape of running in Visakhapatnam. Vizag Zoo Marathon happened. That we were not so mature to see. Road marathon, I thought it would be as easier as a trail marathon, where you put something, people come passionate and run. A road marathon is not such. You want that tam jam, you want DJ, you want Zumba, you want lightning, you want aid stations with all the banners. I thought, even my colleague who is retired Major Ravi, he said, "You're coming for run, you're giving an opportunity to run. Why do you want all these things? People go to XYZ places to run. They do not expect a good t-shirt, good medal, Zumba, route marking and other things." Then that actually taught us, road is a different game altogether, different beast. And that so should be. People come to have a good time. If you wanted to take them to the trail, and the journey from time trails was, we were doing our hard work, but people didn't turn up in a bigger number as we thought of.
Okay. For Zoo Marathon.
The first Vizag Half Marathon, it was around 400 or 500 only. And also we thought that organically it will magic ho jayega, bande aa jayenge, kyunki we did Ultribe Paderu. That didn't happen, and we did not market such, and also the local clubs, they told bahar ka banda aage kar raha hai. That was not the case, because I did my schooling here, engineering here, part of my schooling.
Right.
And I was not behind convincing, when you start convincing everyone, one person, you have to convince everyone. And then we are not also selling ice cream to convince. I had a day job to do. I have a family. I love running. I used to really love running. In 2022, when we had this Vizag Marathon, there was a lot of things happening around the Visakhapatnam thing, that they did not want free runners who are who really loved us, knew us, they participated in big numbers. Few didn't participate. That's a different thing. And during that time, people started calling names. And they were chatting and stating that we had to boycott and stuff. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And people used to send this text to me, and I mean, everyone gets triggered,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to show emotions, but I did not wanted to show emotions. So that kind of situation where you wanted to be angry and you
Yeah.
want to burst out, but you should not have to maintain that calmness. That really helped me to crack sub 100.
Mm.
October, we had our race completed. Before that, also people had their own. Whatever I heard about, I read this, and I've been very honest here, Satish. I don't know.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. I'm not naming anyone so that I know I wanted to keep the decorum and also decency here. Yeah, but the situations, people created, I mean, terming names, and then Navy told that, okay, why don't you pace for the event? I gave my name. Luckily or unluckily, I mean, unfortunate for them, fortunate for me, Pacers kid didn't arrive. So they told me to race because there was no. I was a pacer, but they asked me to race.
Okay.
So the climate was so good. It was around 12th or the 12th of November. I mean, 2 or 3 days. 12th of November, I guess, 12th or 11th of November. I started off with a decent pace because of all the trail journey because and also because of so much of things which was happening in my brain. I started off at 5 pace. Chatting with everyone, also taunting everyone because I love running, and whenever someone is running, I create a buzzy surrounding. I talk people, come, let's run. Why are you running so slowly? And so taunt. And suddenly something happened, and I just ran fast.
Okay.
I finished the day in 1 hour 38 minutes.
Okay.
And I felt, what is this? And if you have so much thing on your brain, if you're not letting it out verbally, it will definitely help you productive in a positive way. People say that you have to let go, you have to speak out, and I feel okay. Certain things, yes, you should give it back. Many of things, if you're just holding it back, it will definitely help improve the performance. I really wanted to thank that situation when people were taunting me and giving different names because I wanted to do something to Visakhapatnam running, amateur running scene. Actually helped me to crack my sub 100, 138. It's no joke, that really
great time actually.
great. I mean, no matter how long ever you're running, and that too in a hilly course like Visakhapatnam, really, it has 2 hills to run through. That actually helped me, and also later on, there are few people who didn't turn up because they still feel that okay, I just gave up everything and whatever happens, kuch bhi hoga, I will stick to this. Now I've made up clear that no matter what, until I am there, VTRA will be there. I will create a community. I will create people. I will create leaders. I will give opportunity to others. I will train them. I will learn myself. I will train them. We will create a scene here. And that's how 2022 ended with Ultribe. There's a good number of people turned up. New trails we found. People started enjoying it. Yeah.
It was not a rosy journey. It was filled with highs and lows.
Highs and lows, absolutely. Yeah. Even now there are people who flagged off in my first race. They turned their back. They think still that I've been their competitor. It's not. You can call contemporaries. It's not called competitors. We are the same cause. You come to participate in my run, I come to participate in your run, and running is beyond anything.
Yeah, I mean, you're not making any money out of it.
I'm not making any money here.
Right. It's not a business. It's a community work.
Yeah, it's a community work. Yeah, it's going good for us now. Because of us, the annual marathons to cut down their prices, and there are new marathons come up are very par with our prices or lesser than that. This has actually helped. We actually reduce the pricings of races in our region. And also time would be, we give time would be T10 t-shirt was given, even also this T10 t-shirt we give. This is good branded t-shirts.
Right.
And all the facilities that actually help the community. In a way, we take pride in saying that we were the pioneers here in getting the good proper pricing with pride, and also ensuring that we give a good standard event to the running community.
Right.
And also this is helping to the cause. I mean, others also falling on. Yeah, that's a good symbol to it.
Makes sense. And you have shown to people how to do it, how to democratize.
Yeah, absolutely. Because
It's
all because of Chennai Trekking Club, because they do events. I mean, whatever I've seen, at a very, very minimal cost. They say we should not burden on the runners.
Makes sense. Democratized run. That's what I said.
And at the same time, when you also start performing, people take seriously. Okay, this guy, and he has a day job, he has family, he has kid. More importantly, he's running daily. He goes outside and participates on his own thing. At the same time, he organizes.
Yeah.
And he created a team now. At least now we are around 10 to 12 people who are hardcore runners. I tell them same thing. First is your career. If there is no career, there is no family.
No food on the plate.
No food on the plate. And then all these things are just like time pass. Just like
we are not professionals. We are recreational runners. Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely makes sense. So you have organized both road run as well as trail runs, right? In a way, you touch based on what is the difference in organizing them. So if you take, your Ultribe, the next edition is coming in a month's time, right? So
exactly.
So if you have to walk us through what all goes into organizing a trail running event, from the time you decide, okay, this is this editions of Ultribe Paderu, what all goes in?
So first and foremost, if I'm talking only on Ultribe, see, Andhra Pradesh is one of the developing economy, where all the trails are getting converted into road. So first thing it hits my mind is we have to find a new trail.
So you end up finding a new trail every year?
Yes. Unfortunately or fortunately, yeah. It's been first edition to second edition, there were new trails which we introduced. Second and third had to be similar because of the rains, but till now we almost have 220 odd kilometers of map ready, out of which 70% is trail. Yesterday when we went to do a lot of route review and route recce, we found that the bulldozers are flattening the trail to get the road. So the first thing it hits my mind is find new trails.
Okay.
That's one thing. And the second thing, I do not wanted to change the start and end point. Backpackers was the first resort and cottages place which helped us to start our. They were very accommodative to host our event and give the entire property to us to have a holding area also.
Okay.
So we don't wanted to change anything from that angle. And the third thing is we wanted to keep this Vanjangi peak as the summit.
Okay.
These three things which we are pretty much clear, and we have to find new trails surrounding this hill, Vanjangi. So every time whenever most of us take mobile to the loo, so I always take mobile to the loo and open the maps.
Okay.
To check where I can where is good trails. Is it a motorable trail? Is this can be hiked well with? So luckily, see, our ancestors, our generation 3 to 4 generations in Paderu were really strong. Because of no roads, they laid trails such a way that even now they are still available and properly visible and equally easily walkable and manageable. So that is one of those aspects which I keep it that I have to get the trails. Trail marking, and the second, this is one part of it, and the second part, mapping is done. Then I have to go myself and I have to run through it. I always see that every time I go, at least I have to cover 80 to 90% of the trails. Not 100%. At least certain areas I know that this is by default there's a trail available. It's untouched. So or else I go and see how much trail is been washed out due to the streams, or how much bushes has been, because if there is a bushes, I have to hire someone, get a local help to cut this off, chop this off. So this is second part, go and run myself. And third important thing is the route marking. So we have to mark the trail properly so that runners will not get lost in the trail. So if it is properly route marked, people will, wherever they are starting off, covering all the areas, they will come back. And the most important aspect is safety of the runners. So it should not be such a way that where they have to walk a stream or that knee length water. If there are good boulders, I mean that's more important. And the safety, sticking to the safety, it should be at least the 80%, due to this, as I was saying, due to the government initiatives of installing the telephone lines. Earlier it was only 20% or 30% was mobile covered, mobile network was covered. Now luckily 70 to 80% we have good mobile network coverage. And hydration point, how do I station my hydration point? That hydration point should be motorable, because I can carry the items, and at the same time it should be in a position where I can get some stocks from here and there from the villages, so that it can be. And along with this, during the course also, it should be a course where it passes through the hamlets, so that runners enjoy the actual beauty of Paderu. So it is totally tribal belt. So they would really see the original habitants of Paderu.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So these are the things which I keep in mind.
But do you have to take any permission from the authorities?
So that's there. Since first edition, the authorities are very, very helpful. They immediately, even now, the SP of Paderu, we spoke yesterday also, he's giving all this help. Even last year, the collector also assured all the assistance, and Anganwadi medical practitioners also would be enabled during this event.
So you have to take permission every year?
Every year, yes. Because every time there's a new head of the district collectors have come up, so we have to appraise them.
So when it comes to trail, of course, there is no vehicular movement, so you don't have to block anything. But when it comes to zoo half marathon, it's on the road, so you're blocking the road, so there is traffic. So what do you do with the traffic? Like, do you get permission to block them or run with?
So even in the trail, because the Vanjang is very popular, we see a lot of people in the weekends heading towards this place. So in first edition, we did face challenge because we sent directly to the uphill. There was too much of traffic. So next edition onwards, we got in proper approval. The police was stationed, and we deviated few traffic. Had to stop, had to pause until our race starts off. They have to just pass. It just for just like 5 minutes. They have to just hop onto from a few hundred meters road onto the trail. So that we used to take it. On the road, yes. See, our route is such that the other side of Visakhapatnam is a very sleepy town, So it's on the beach. It is very beautiful. It's not so rushed like the main beach side. The police always helps us a lot. As soon as we submit the letter, so they block one side of the road, and unlike Bangalore Marathon or any other marathon, they have to pass through the city or the Kaban Park and stuff like that. So they had to block certain roads.
Right, road closures.
So here, road closure. Here it was not such. There was a blocker that we used to block only for maybe 10-15 minutes as runners has to jump from one lane into the other lane, or it was a straight road. You just go, take a U and come back, out and back.
Okay, out and back road. Okay. So, what's the grander vision that you have for VTRA?
Grander vision. Luckily, last year I wanted to get foreign runners. Luckily, last year 2 foreign runners who are in New Zealand won, and the professional runners participated. So one one from the checklist, one got ticked, so that's happy with that. And at least on the fifth edition, I would like to see every time I see participation of I've started with 150. I talk more on Paderu because that was and then I'll go back to VHM and other things. First, we would like to in Ultribe at least I have to see 100, 500 to above participations, and for 80 kilometers, I would like to have at least 50 or 100 runners participating in 80k. Similarly, for 50k, 25 and 10, all the local runners can participate on this. I wanted to see if that can happen.
Okay.
If Ultribe Paderu would be, it's already in the map of Indian trail, and also foreign runners would also come and participate in big number due to the technicality of the course and also the kind of support we give to the runners and kind of pampering and hosting we do. We really wanted to improve in that angle also. We really wanted, and also I really wanted to see Ultribe Paderu in the 10th edition.
Okay.
It's always upward, Now I was only on first. Now we are already fourth edition, fifth. And I personally wanted to be part of next all editions. But new race directors should come.
Of course.
So that I really wanted to see new race directors coming up. Until 4 editions, I've done this stuff. I wanted to see dedicated runners. We have teams actually. We have created that culture. We have at least 10-15 people who are capable of running the show. Even if I'm taking the back seat, that should if that continues well.
Right.
Vizag half marathon again. We really wanted to make this as a one of this annual event by all the elite runners coming and participating. I wanted to see if we can get World Athletics certification as well, and we wanted to create one of those just like the marquee events for every state which has. Even Vizag half marathon should be in that category. And VTRA as such, I wanted to democratize even this. Currently, it's that only few people are been very closely working with me, and we take all decisions. We wanted to make even more bigger community, wherein people come. It's proper voting happens. Members are elected. The office board is elected. Even someone is not happy with me, I can take a step back and they can take their vision ahead. So that's it as a proper running community, and so that's on the VTRF. And also newer things like Vizag time trials should also be the same structure. We do not want to alter things. And along with this, we also do Independence Day run. It's been 2 editions. Last year we ran 76 kilometers.
Okay.
This year we ran 77 kilometers. Just even I ran myself. So that is the only trophy from the event of VTRA which I get because I participate in the organized. Yeah.
Okay.
That continues, and this setup of time trials, Independence Day run, Vizag half marathon, Ultribe Paderu. If we can continue this for many more years, is the biggest vision which I have. And new people coming, I really want new people coming up, and it becomes very professionally driven association. And along with this, I always tell my whoever comes in, you should not spend a single penny from your pocket. Please ensure that event is always break even. Although we say not to profit, it is saying that we are not taking any profit, but we should see the event is breaking even and making at least 10 to 15% of money, so that will help the cause. I mean, for other events. If we are not able to achieve this, that is then we have to relook and reconsider of entire activities. Breaking even with 10% of margin is for sure is
important.
Very, very important. Or else it's like alcohol, running
Right.
heavy, because you spend so much of money in all things. Even organizing their running event, when people bolte hain ki wawa dete hain, so you feel okay, I am doing great, and you spend so much of money from your pocket.
Right.
So that until now, touchwood, we did not spend anything after the first whatever happened. Again, reborn whenever from Ultribe 2021, we haven't spent anything from our pocket, as only the time which we have been spending. And thankfully, and whenever we really wanted to bump up our prices, because as the inflation is eating us a lot of, we we also wanted to make runners understand that everything comes at a cost. You have to spend if you wanted to.
Yeah.
So this is a bigger vision which I have.
Fantastic. I actually give you kudos for
Thank you so much.
building this community, because not just running, but building that community. I mean,
Yes.
it will have ripple effect. And I'm sure, the concept of time trials I love the most, because, once people, everyday runner gets into this mode, then they can, take themselves to the Zoo Marathon and then to the tribe. And then once they get into the Ultribe, I'm sure trail is a happy place for runners.
Yes.
Then nothing matters. Numbers don't matter. Shoes don't matter. So it becomes part of their life. So you've created that path, which is very good, and I really love that. Kudos to you.
Thank you so much.
And one last question, which I ask every guest of ours.
Yes.
If you were to define intentionality, what is intentionality for you?
See, I always feel that there should be some purpose of whatever you drive. When I see that purpose-driven life,
right?
So you should definitely have purpose. For me, every day should be purposeful and impactful. So it can be if you are impacting your life
or somebody else's.
Somebody else's life. Unless and until they tell us, you would feel that you are impacting them. Unless they tell that it's not. So there should be always growth also. If there is no growth from, for example, as a runner, if there is no growth from sub 2 to sub 100, or if sub 100 is your stagnant your race, then from there you have to make sure you are going to ultras of 80 kilometers. There should be always a growth, and more importantly, having a peaceful life in this hurry-burry lifestyle. Right. And having a peaceful life is more important than anything else.
So for me, peace, purpose, growth, and peace.
Purpose, growth, and peace. Yeah, they're all peace. PGP, yeah.
Thank you so much, Yogi. Thank you for giving your time. And
thank you so much.
It was fantastic listening to the stories, and they were very candid stories. I could see in your eyes.
Thank you.
And we wish you the best for the Ultribe. It is 4th edition, right?
4th edition, yes. 4th edition.
And I certainly want to participate in the next year's edition.
Absolutely.
And I want to see you in 20th or 25th edition as well.
Yes.
As we grow older, only thing that we can do is trail running.
Yeah, trail running. Yes, yeah, that's a good statement. I can use this. As you grow older, the only thing you can do is a trail running. Yeah.
Running.
And thank you so much, Satisha. Surprising that you're a good listener. I was in an assumption that I would be just giving answers just like a Q&A session or Viva, but you were apt in listening to my story and gave the entire opportunity to me to speak out, and thank you so much. And I would like to thank my team, whatever it is now, VTRA, without team.
Yeah.
Actually, it was one person, then team has to support you.
Right.
And also the family, if not, they are not supporting us. Our passion and hobby is just that doesn't matter. That doesn't have any purpose, And whatever passion which we drive through purpose for the running and running community is very, very helpful to each other. Small things here and there, but yes, it's always productive. Always they help you, we help each other, and see, with running, I'm touch basing with you again.
Right, absolutely. Yes. Never know what happens.
Yeah, it's always sport connects. Yeah.
Right.
Everybody can run, anybody can run.
Absolutely. So in fact, sports gives a purpose, like you said, purpose, growth, and peace, and the sports can emulate that.
Absolutely. Yes.
All right. Thanks, Yogi. Have a good evening. Sorry, good day.
Thank you so much.